Hi everyone, it's John Gualtieri here with this week's Power Shot. This week I want to deal with that question, hey John, what would you do if you were me? So if a seller says, hey John, what would you do if you were me? And the seller has an offer in their hands, man, that is a loaded question. And guys, I will tell you that a bird in the hand conversation or take it and run probably is not the best plan. So I'll share with you how I believe it should be handled. It's the way that I always handled it. If a seller had an offer in hand and said, John, what would you do if you were me? My answer was always, well, what I would do would be based entirely upon my tolerance for risk, Mr. Seller. May I share with you what that means? Well, yeah. How do you mean? Well, in other words, if we look at the worst case scenario here, the worst case scenario is that we lose this buyer, right? And another buyer doesn't come around. That's the worst case scenario. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, if that were to happen, can you live with it? Can you live with that? Now, most of the time, the seller is going to say, no, I can't live with that. And then I can say, well, let's go ahead and accept this offer. So at the end of the day, guys, that question, what would you do if you were me, is a loaded question, man. That can get us into a lot of trouble. Our fallback response is always going to be, well, it depends on your tolerance for risk. Let's take a look at the worst case scenario. And if you can't live with that, let's not do it. So if you know anybody who might benefit from this week's Power Shot, please pass it on. And in the meantime, get out there, chop wood, carry water, and do it like you mean it. God bless.